Okay, so this is just gonna be a YouTube video quick. I want to do more educational content, or actually, let me talk about how I've been feeling. If you want to just fucking skip this part, I'll put a timestamp so you can just start the video immediately. But I want to talk to you guys because after I hit Challenger, I was like, what do I do now? I'm kind of bored. Actually, I don't know what to do. The game's kind of fun. Matchmaking is fucked up. Challenger games are fucked up. I mean, I'm not gonna try to climb rank 1. Do I like just go another account to Challenger? I don't know. So I felt like it wasn't very fulfilling just playing League every day, doing nothing. I'm gonna go back to doing more educational content, and today's my first day, kind of coming back to do the educational stuff. Actually, there's a very specific reason why I decided to do more educational stuff. It's because of one guy, or really two guys. Abdurrahman from is a new patron member, and I have a Patreon if you guys don't know. But there's no real reason to subscribe to it. Also, Brian M also is a new patron. These guys, I kind of want to make educational content for these guys because they're supporting me. And I asked him what kind of video he wanted to see, and he wants to know how to win trades and when to auto the ADC or support. He switched from top to ADC, right? So yeah. Oh, I'm also looking at Aloy Anel's OPGG. I looked at his games today because he lost 2 games in Emerald. If you don't know who he is, he's a challenger top educational player. I thought it was kind of funny to watch his games. But yeah, anyways, tangent aside. I want to make this video, dedicate this video to Abdurrahman. I don't know if I said that right. Abdurrahman. Okay? S. And if you guys want to support me on Patreon, I'm gonna have a tier where you can get a shout out or something, or request an educational video or something, and hopefully that will help feed me because I'm old and I need money now. So yeah, check out the Patreon if you enjoy this kind of content. But anyways, hopefully, let's get started with the video. Okay, today's video is when do we fight as ADC? Okay, when do we trade? And this is the Spark Notes. Okay, so too long didn't watch. You can just read this. But basically, you want the essence of fighting in bot lane is you fight when you have an advantage. Okay, and it sounds obvious. Why would you fight if you have a disadvantage? You're just trolling, right? This is true. But a lot of you guys, you just fight because they're fighting you, or you fight because they're in range. These are not good reasons to fight. You need to have a very specific reason to fight. So here, I will teach you guys, in my opinion, the most important reasons to fight and how to spot them, improve on them, when to notice these patterns. You know, you should know how to fight pretty much in 90% of situations after watching this video, or more than 95. I would say 95% of situations. Okay. So the most important reasons to fight, in order of most important. Okay, most important like criteria, decision making wise. The first will be main advantage. Okay, you fight when your jungle is bot and their jungle is not bot, because your jungle will just kill them if you trade, right? So you need to know what your jungle is trying to do. You know, he's gonna do path bot, do his gromp, do the crab, then he's gonna gank, right? Something like that. Or maybe it's past the first clear and he's just clearing towards bot. After gromp, he wants to do something bot, so you pink ward the river, and then he can gank, right? So that's when you fight. You fight, and then your jungle kills them. Okay, so here's an example where you are basically playing to bait for your jungle here. Let me fast forward. I have examples for most of these, by the way, but yeah, let me know if these examples suck or if they were good or what. Okay, so it looks like I have like HP disadvantage. They want to fight me, but I know my jungle is gonna do gromp and then come bot. Okay, so we want to fight right now, right? We want to fight to set them up. So they're fighting us. Good sign, but it doesn't mean kill yourself. Okay, in game. So see, like Zyra's ulting, I'm like walking outside of Zyra. We're like fighting, but don't die. Okay, you want to fight, but you don't want to kill yourself. Okay, does that make sense? And then you fight, you trade away all their HP and resources, so that now Zyra can't root Talon, can't ulti Talon. Talon just gets a free kill. Okay, that is the most basic #1 way to win or lose bot lane and jungle and mid. Is this example right here? Because once you do this, you help your jungle get kills. He's gonna go top. He's gonna go mid. You help your mid get kills. Mid roams bot. You help you unlock your support. You want bots to support roaming. This is the fastest way to win or lose a game of League of Legends is playing around your jungle correctly. I would say this is 75% of all situations for good fighting in bot lane, playing around your jungle. Now, the reason why this is true, here, let me show an example. I'm playing on a Smurf. I'm playing against an auto-fold ADC. We're giga-fucking them. I have 3 kills. They have no HP. They have no sums. We have 10 Cs a minute. I have a BF sword. She's a fucking Cole, okay? And what happens if you are fighting and they have a jungle? You lose. It just doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter. Like, I'm literally smurfing as a challenger player playing against some diamond auto-fold ADC. It doesn't matter. Okay, you're just stat checked out of your mind. There's nothing you could do. There's no way we could have played this better. Just don't fucking flash, right? No way we could have played this better mechanically. It's all in the brain, all in decision making. I think ADC this season is about 80% decision making, as long as you're not like handicapped or amputated or. Sorry, I'm sorry if that was offensive, but you know what I mean, right? I think it's mostly decision making this season. So what's the issue here? You think Lee Sin's boss said no. Lee Sin is doing wolves, then he's gonna do Gromp, then he's gonna do crab. You need to know what he wants to do. He's not ready to help you fight this wave or the next wave, right? He's not ready to help you guys, basically, okay? You need to keep that in account. Okay, so next, so obviously jungle is the most important thing. If you learn the majority of today's lesson plan, you could just literally take away that only from this video, and it will improve your gameplay, I promise, okay? I was watching Aloy, I know, and actually the main reasons why I lost the lane playing in Emerald is because he didn't play around his jungle and or support matchup, which is the second reason why you want to fight matchup. Is it good for us to fight based on the matchup? Now, what is matchup? It is what champion your support is playing and you know, a little bit, okay? So I'll just give ADC pick probably like 0.5, 0.75 strength, and support strength 1 or 1.25 strength, okay? Support pick matters the most. You cannot fight without your support. It is literally impossible. You will just lose. Now, what does that mean? If enemy has Soraka and you have like Karma, you do not want to trade evenly. You do not want them to hit you and you hit them back. They will just heal up. What is the point of that? You want to play towards your support strength. What is Karma's strength? We push, poke on her tower, then Karma can roam with a tether, right? And you can say, oh, doesn't Karma also want to trade? She has a shield. Okay, Soraka trade is better than Karma trade, so we don't want to trade, right? And then what else can Karma do? She can catch people. So what does that mean? You know, in a gank, Karma can flash tether, and we can pick a guy to tether in a gank, or maybe in a 2v2, we can all in, right? If you're playing Karma plus Kaiser or something, you're level 6, Karma flash tether enemy ADC, and then you ulti in after the enemy ADC, and then you all in instead, and don't let them trade, right? Trading is everyone hits each other, back off. Okay, all in is you go in, someone dies, right? So you need to play your matchup correctly. You need to have the right idea in mind. Otherwise, when you fight, it won't make any sense. Let's use some really basic examples. Here we have Senna, Janna versus Seraphine and Bard. Now, if you look at this matchup, you're like, okay, how are you supposed to decipher what you're supposed to do? Look at what the supports are good at. What is Bard good at? He's going to Q, auto attack, electrocute, proc. That's the entire trade pattern. He's going to try and go for that. Okay, what is Janna good at? She can go for random NATO and trade with her E and W. That's it. Okay, so what are our support strengths? We want to trade, maybe play off her NATO into my Senna W, right? Then it comes into what we want to do. Right, once you've analyzed support strengths, then you say, okay, how can I implement that? If I want to trade with the Janna shield, I will use my Q auto. So we have maximum trade strength. And then if Janna catches someone with NATO, I will follow up with W, right? And then for them, it's the same thing. Bard Q into Seraphine double root, Bard Q into Seraphine double Q, something like that. So when you look at this matchup, you're like, okay, what do we want to do? We want to dodge the Bard stuff, and then we want to play off our Janna abilities, right? Is literally what you just saw here. Now, that was probably the most basic example of all time. But how do you know when to fight? My Janna hit the NATO, and I'm watching her looking for that NATO, and I hit the W. Look, watch again, right? And you're like, oh, it's so basic. You guys can't do it. Okay, I promise you guys saying it's so basic, bro. I've coached all of you guys from fucking bronze to GM. You guys are fucking blind, okay? Like, no flame. I watch you guys VODs. You don't see shit, okay? You need to pay attention to what your support is doing in order to understand when you're supposed to throw W, when you're supposed to press Q, that kind of stuff, okay? Here's another example. Senna Emilio versus Sona Zeri. So if you didn't know, this Enchanter versus Enchanter stuff is very basically like, what is Emilio good at? He's good at trading, right? What is Sona good at? She's good at trading. Okay, how do you win? If I just hit Zeri, Zeri hits me back, it looks pretty even, right? How can we make it 2v1 instead of 2v2? If you 2v1 the enemy support, then you are 2v1 trading her and Zeri doesn't hit anyone, we're chilling. Okay, so in these 2v2 trade lanes, you actually want to touch the enemy support inappropriately. You want to 2v1 trade her, back off. Okay, so if you watch this, Sona walks up to trade. Is a huge mistake because we want to 2v1 trade her. Look, Zeri is not in position to trade. Milio will give me a shield. Where's my pen, by the way? I'm just fucking drawing with no pen. If you look at this, if you watch like, you know, some bot laners talk about like support triangle, coaches talk about this, like, triangle, whatever. It's just basically we are gonna hit the Sona guy and they are gonna try and hit me, but I just have to back off from Zeri. We 2v1 trade Sona quickly with 1 Milio shield, GG, right? So if you watch this, I instantly trade and I back off, boom, done. And then I actually kind of finessed an extra PTA here against Zeri, but all of a sudden everyone was full HP, and now all of a sudden they have half HP. Okay, so this is when to fight, and when the jungle is not involved. Remember, jungle is number one, man advantage number one, mid roam number one. Okay, top TP at 10 minutes. If your top is 0 and 3, he's gonna TP enemy TP. Top is gonna TP behind you, right? So once that is all gone, right? Jungle is not involved. Matchup diff. Okay, so you need to understand how your support, what your support is good at, understand what the enemy support is good at, and come up with a game plan of interacting over minions. Okay, let's say, for example, I'm playing with Blitz, we miss hook, back the fuck off, right? Stuff like that. Third, did they miss stuff? Okay, so maybe your matchup's bad, maybe you can't trade or poke them or catch them or all in or anything, but then they miss something, then you can fight. Okay, so for example, we'll use this Seraphine Bard example again. You notice that Seraphine missed Q and Bard missed Q, immediately fight, right? And we already wanted to trade with, you know, Senna Q and Jenna Shield and Jenna W. But you saw how quick it was, right? I walk up, bait abilities, then we fight immediately. So this is how ADC can create support diff, is if you grief the enemy support's abilities, like that Bard Q right there. Another example is going to be this Jin, and then, you know, you make them miss stuff. What's the easiest way to make them miss stuff? You dodge the Soraka Q, and then in this 2v2 all-in, you must focus the ADC. If you didn't know that, you should know that. 2v2 all-in must focus the ADC, and then we flash the Ezreal Q. That's the only thing he can do, right? And in that way, we win level 1. I got a kill, he didn't get a kill. Wave's not bad. I mean, it's looking pretty good, right? So, miss stuff is going to be number 3. It is not easy to just walk up and make them throw stuff at you and dodge it, but it is a skill that you should be learning as ADC, because you're going to need to be able to do that the entire game. With Flash, late game, right? You need to walk up and prepare to use Flash, or in the middle of a team fight, you got to be able to Flash, Heck Remote, or something. In lane, it's going to be the same thing. You got to be able to Flash, a Thresh Hook, Blitz Hook, Ezreal Q, whatever, right? So that's number 3, okay? Number 3, you're starting to see why the mechanics, I don't rate mechanics highly at all. In the first 3 reasons to fight, number 1 and number 2 are all brain. Okay, number 1 and number 2 are all decision making, all brain, all on piece of paper. Number 3 is using your hands to actually dodge stuff. Okay, number 4, there's other reasons to fight, but they happen way more rare than the first 3. Okay, the first 3 are the most important. This is just like other stuff. For example, tempo. This might be really obvious in sorry, not obvious, very common in your guys' elo. Don't do this shit. But if you have no tempo, then you shouldn't fight. So what does tempo mean? Tempo refers to time. Time refers to has someone in League of Legends. How is there how do I explain this? It refers to in the way we're going to use it, it refers to have you based and spend your resources or not. There's other ways to kind of like define tempo. Probably my definition is not the best, but we're going to use tempo as have you reset yet? Okay, and spent your money, spent your gold. So why is tempo so important? Because if you have spent your money, then and they haven't, and you're full HP, full mana, you should fight them, because they will lose by default. They're missing resources. They're behind on tempo. So when you spot this, if you have no tempo, you can't fight, because they will just win. If you have tempo, you should fight. So in this clip, as Aloy's Karma has just based, because they got poked out of lane. And so what enemy bot lane should do is match base, right? They should match the tempo. What happens if you don't match the tempo? Then all Ezreal and Karma have to do is just fight, and you automatically win. Okay, so Karma's going to come back to lane. Full HP, full mana, has spent everything. Soraka is half health. All they have to do is fight. Okay, and why can they fight here? Didn't you say jungle is number 1, matchup number 2? Look, you see that the both jungles are spotted. Everyone's spotted. All mids. This is just pure 2v2. Okay, so now it's dodge stuff, fight. That's what it is. Okay, it's that hands time. Okay, you know you need to fight. Let's go. Okay, so he can E flash, sheer Q, one shot. Unironically, but he kind of missed. It is what it is. He went for R flash. Oh, this is fine, right? All you need to know is that you need to fight. Okay. Then it comes down to the execution. Okay. You just need to know that you need to fight by default. Okay. Just don't get one shot. You need to get good value. Hit your stuff and don't get hit by their stuff. It just comes down to that, right? So that's what tempo advantage looks like. So for you guys wondering, okay, how do I avoid stuff like this? Enemy bases, you match base. That's it, right? And then how do you also after you kill them, you should just base, right? So that's tempo. Health is pretty obvious. They have like no HP, you just kill them, right? 1v1 level 1 spike, for example, level 2, level 3, and level 6 are the main level timings. Then you can fight. That's kind of like, did they miss stuff? Because they're missing levels and abilities and strength. So it's kind of like 3, but level spike, you guys know the level 2, level 6 stuff. And then face check. Okay, so this one's interesting. So face check is you don't have the jungle. Remember, this is very important. Okay, what is your jungle trying to do? Number one is are you playing with your team? If they face check and you one shot, you can. This is the exception to the rule. You notice here, my Lee Sin is doing Krugs. He's gonna path towards bot, wolves, blue gromp, then butt crab. Okay, but we think we're strong enough that we can just literally kill them and have such a good fight before the enemy jungle can react. Because remember, the enemy team is kind of reacting when they see you. Okay, they're not gonna just they don't have they can't see through the wall, right? They're not cheating. It's not FPS game. Okay, they don't have map hacks. They don't know what you're doing until you show on the map and do it. They can read you maybe, but the enemy jungle is not gonna path bot until he sees us. Okay, or sorry, not path bot. The enemy jungle is not gonna run bot until he sees us. Okay, so watch this. So we're playing a vision play. We're gonna try and one shot this guy. Champion mastery is hitting all your stuff, which is what we're doing, and then we kill her. And how do we do that? Despite the fact that they have a big wave and their jungle could be here, is because they had no vision. Okay, see that Kha'Zix was in fact bot, but it worked out because they didn't know we were doing it. Okay, those are all your main reasons to fight. Okay, these are all the main reasons to fight. Now, how do we actually work on this stuff? Okay, so in my opinion, if you are an ADC main and you are learning this stuff, you don't know what to focus on first. First is micro over macro. The mechanics are more important than the decision making early on, because you need to know how your champion does damage. If you know you should fight and you literally don't know how to fight with your champion, then what the fuck? We can't even play the game, right? So first order of business is, can you hit the stuff? Champion mastery is important. Okay, you just need to spam the same champion over and over. I would say champion pool size 2. Okay, this is what I'm doing. Look, you go to my account, and how am I learning the game? I literally play the same champion every game to make sure that I am like, it's literally just fucking Senna and Caitlyn pretty much every single game. Okay, mostly Senna. And I'm just making sure that my mechanics are clean. I'm hitting my Q auto. I'm hitting my W. You're missing stuff. You might be in a winnable spot because you follow these rules, but you failed to get the outcome you wanted because you literally missed your abilities. Okay, so number one is, can you hit the stuff champion mastery? And then we can, as a caveat, you want to talk about matchup stuff. How do you hit your stuff based on matchup or support? Okay, so for example, you're playing Kai'Sa Karma. Okay, you can W off Karma Q because Karma wants to poke, right? So if Karma hits a fat RQ and you W after that, that's good combo. If you're playing Kai'Sa Leona and you're using W in the same way you would have with Karma, you're using W to poke, you're fucking trolling. Because now when Leona goes in for an all-in, you have no W. Now you can all-in, okay? So you use your skills in relation to your matchup with your support and the enemy support, okay? Second, do you notice if the enemy is missing stuff? Still mechanics related, kind of. You need to pay attention to how supports and ADCs use their skills. Otherwise, you won't notice when they use their spells on the ground. If you're watching this and you're masters and below, every single game, the enemy will use their spells on the fucking grass to water it, okay? And your support will also do the same thing. You need to know when this happens so you know your windows of opportunity and or when you're supposed to run, okay? If you were watching this in your ADC main, you have a luck support, she fucking throws, she waters the grass with E and Q, you get all in, you're like, what the fuck is this, right? That's exactly what I'm talking about. You need to notice if people are missing abilities, okay? And the habit to build this, anytime, maybe you could do like anytime you want to move, you should look at enemy ADC and support. You always want to try and habit stack, build habits on top of what you're already doing to improve your autopilot skill, right? So I would say that's like one example of what you could do. The one I used was every time I want to hit a minion, I look at enemy ADC and support, and now it's just I just look at enemy ADC and support. You know what I mean? Okay, third, Now we're talking about decision-making stuff, okay? Third is, how do we look at the map? Or if you want to talk about matchup stuff, do this in champ select, or not champ select, do this in load screen. Figure out what the matchup is based on support strength, based just in the load screen. Just look at both supports and be like, who's good at what, and what do you want to do off that. I have a video if you want to watch from years ago, still relevant. It's poke, catch, trade, all in. Good framework for understanding what kind of like archetype you guys are going for in the bot lane. Anyways, whatever. Third, look at the map, okay? How do we come up with, now we talk about how to play around jungle. Now you know how to play your champion, and you notice if Blitz misses a hook. Now you need to have map awareness, okay? This is like probably plat level, right? You guys have no eyes. Maybe you have some hands. You got a few fingers, but now you have no eyes or no brain. So you need to look at the map, okay? So the habit for this is, the goal is you need to know what your jungle is doing when a new wave comes in. That way you can base your game off him. If you don't do that, you can't win the game. Okay, so every time a new wave comes in, look at the map, look for your jungle, and figure out what he's gonna do next. Okay, is he on vision? Is he ganking? Is he finishing his clear? Is he basing? Right, you need to know all these things. Otherwise, you can't make a relevant decision in the bot lane. It's a team game, right? Everything is in relation to everyone else in the game, right? If your jungle is ganking top and you're winning bot, but you saw what I just did and I died at the tower with my karma to the enemy jungle, you're fucking trolling, right? Okay, last is tempo. Honestly, like, this probably only applies to, like, okay, I was gonna say idiots, but sorry, you guys are not idiots. This only applies to people who don't know how to base. You base if you kill them. Kill them, need to reset before they spawn, okay? Otherwise, you're late. For example, you kill them, they're 14-second death timer, crash the wave, they're 8-second death timer. If you base right now, you'll match their tempo because they're coming out of base same time as you. But if you stay and hit 2 plates and then you base, then they have 20 seconds ahead of you. They start the dragon. You're fucking trolling, right? You just kill them and they lost the dragon. That doesn't make any sense. So tempo is you need to base after you kill them, just like doing Baron and then instantly base, right? And then if they base first because you push them out of lane, you also base. For example, you shit on them for 7 minutes in a row. You force them to lose a wave in base. You say, let's shit on them more, hit the plate. Then they come back and kill you. That's fucking stupid, right? So you need a match base if they base, okay? And that's basically it. That's basically the video. So after watching this or listening to this while you're cooking dinner or something, or watching this on your second monitor as you're pretending to work your 9 to 5, I hope you guys learned something and or enjoyed the video. If you want to help support my content creation, please consider looking at my Patreon. I'm gonna hopefully put up a shout out tier so I can make more money, haha. But even if you don't, I just hope that you guys improve your game, and yeah, I hope this channel could be a resource for you guys to enjoy League more, because I made this channel basically to help people get better at the game, because when I wanted to get better at the game when I was diamond, I couldn't find anything. Everything was like you guys know, like skill capped and the other stuff that's like geared towards like silver players or something. I don't know. It was just not good resources for learning the game. So hopefully this can be your channel. But yeah, sorry for rambling. Hope you guys enjoyed. Twitch, you want to say bye? Oh yeah, come to my stream so I can get ad money. Use your Amazon Prime to sub to me. Yeah, those are the main ways I make money, right? Oh yeah, my shorts editor is a beast. That guy's amazing. Shout out to my shorts editor. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned something. Yeah, I hope to see you guys on the stream. I'll answer questions you have. You can oh yeah, coaching. I do coaching too. If you want me to help you directly and just look at your VODs with you, and we can come up with some good habits for you to work on, you can hit me up on coaching on Discord. It should be in the description, in the YouTube description. But yeah, I hope this helped.